Hey y'all, Cody here. You know what really grinds my gears? VR, but it grinds me in the right way. VR is a weird thing. It takes into the world of video games, and it really makes you feel like it really makes you feel like you're inside of a video game. It's an escape from reality, and it's a new medium in today's industry of video games that I think is one of the coolest experiences anyone can have while playing video games today. 1 second you could be dodging bullets from these red guys, and another second you can be talking to Dr. Doofenshmirtz and the dog from Johnny Test. Today I'm going to talk about what is VR and some of the most amazing experiences I've had with virtual reality. And you could trust me, I'm a gamer. God, I hate myself. Valve is a big company in the PC world of gaming. They made this little thing called Steam, I think? Steam is a place where you can go buy a bunch of games and also VR games. Like, oh god, why is there so much anime games? Why is there so many anime games? Why? Why? Who wants to do this? Why? Steam, why? Get off my... But also on top of that, they made games like Portal, Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead, CSGO, and Half-Life. Valve decided to make a VR game for Half-Life, and they called it Half-Life Alyx. And from what I've played of the game, it's really good. It's amazing how beautiful a game can look, but at the same time be so terrifying. I had times where I was looking in awe as all these moving pieces around me were just falling into place. This giant tower falling on top of a train, and dust going all over the place. But at the same time, how terrifying it was for a head crab to jump on my face and couldn't reload my gun, and I was just there, about to die, finally did it, and I like how this game builds upon the world of the Half-Life universe. I've always been a more Portal 2 guy, where I love all that whole universe, but Half-Life is really cool to go into for blinded for many years as this game's been out, and just see it for the first time. And I gotta say though, Portal would be kind of cool in VR. Please, Valve, I'm begging. Think about funny Portal video, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's like in VR you shoot the gun. Please. But apart from the Portal stuff, ammo is a really big part in this game. If you don't have enough ammo to fight an enemy, you can't kill them. There's no other way besides shooting an enemy to actually kill them, unless you have an explosive and just hit them two together and then explode, but you kill yourself. Not from experience, of course. But anyways, you have to keep an eye on your ammo or you're screwed throughout the game. You won't be able to complete it. And I think that's really cool how you always have to keep an eye on your ammo management, make sure you're not going too ham, make sure you're actually learning how to aim, because that's a big part. But at the end of the day, I really did enjoy playing Half-Life Alyx. I think it's a really fun game, and if you have a VR, I would highly recommend to play it. Now that we've talked about more of a single-player adventure, let me talk about a more multiplayer type of adventure that I had a lot of fun playing. VR Chat is a game where you do social interaction without actually going outside and talking to people. It's a pretty sick game if you try to actually go up to people and start a conversation. I remember the first time I played this game, it was around when those little red gremlins were running around asking me if I knew the way. But if you come back to the game now, you still see the Knuckles around all the time. Recently, I made a video on VR Chat. It was honestly way better than I thought it would be. I thought people just would ignore me and not talk to me, and I would be a very anxious person not talking to anyone. But actually, people walked up to me and made conversation and jokes that made the video way better than it would have been without any of the people coming up to me. You can go almost anywhere in the game. You want to go to Japan? Well, just select the world and play it. You want to go to the world of Persona 5, which is basically Japan, but who cares? We'll just select the world and go into it. You want to go to Obama's Pyramids of Obama? Well, I wouldn't recommend the game, but it's still really fun, and you can check it out. But I think what is a big help with this game is playing with friends. When you go into the game with people you already know, I think it's a lot more enjoyable. I went in with a few of my friends and we played some board games, we ran around the pyramids, we did all this really cool stuff. I thought it just made the gaming experience a lot more fun. And especially right now when the world is kind of in a pretty not great spot where people can't really go outside that much, I think this game is really good to talk to people. All in all, I think this game is really good. I mean, name another game that a child can throw at you with crushing a bird's bones and then shoving them down your throat. I don't know. Alright, now this game is very different. This probably is my favorite game on the VR that you can buy right now, and probably makes my list for one of my favorite games of all time. Virtual Reality is a game about a human doing jobs at a place called Activitude for AI, and are helping making the AI's lives easier. But there's a twist. There's a secret human society that wants to stop the AI and take back their freedom. This game feels like a mix of Portal and Stanley Parable, which are two of my favorite games of all time. It's one of those games where it starts out nice and happy like Pony Island, and slowly turns into something sinister, and I love it. Basically, you start helping out the AI, but you mess up a few times and you start to unravel something's going on. Your boss, Chaz, tries to keep an eye on you throughout the whole game, and whenever you do something bad, he takes you out and starts yelling at you, and that's where you start to realize that you want to try to escape. Throughout the game, you go deeper and deeper into the virtual worlds, and there are so many of them to go through that you don't even need to, but it's just amazing what the worlds they have in there and what you can do. I got chills with the part where you learn about the story with Chaz and his girlfriend, and the twist at the end of the game is insane, and I really love the story throughout the whole game. So, at the end of the game, there are two endings. The good ending and the bad ending. The good ending is where you defeat Chaz in this final epic fight, and you are able to reset Activitude and make it into a more nicer area where you go up into an open field and have a nice drink of tea with Chaz and start all over again. But the second part of the story, the bad ending, is where you fail to defeat Chaz and he takes out your brain and stuffs it into him, and now you're helping the AI, or now you're an AI basically. I don't think I've ever had a better time playing a VR game like this. It really is a different approach to VR games, and I hope to see more of these games in the future. Now, it's not like your big title or anything, but I really enjoyed this game. It's kind of like some of my favorite games of all time. So if you have a VR headset, I highly recommend it. It's really fun, and it has a great story, and also a great soundtrack. Now, you're probably wondering a few things right now. Why did I just talk about 3 random VR games? What's the purpose of this video? And why are babies so punchable? Now I'm about to answer 2 of these questions right now. VR is a couple things to me. One is an escape from reality. You could go anywhere, do anything, and be anyone you want. If you want to just play an arcade type like game like Beat Saber, you can. If you want to experience games that have never been in VR before, you can. If you want to just relax and watch a sunset, you can. You could do all these things with just this headset, and it's honestly amazing. I've gotten to spend loads of hours playing VR, and the stuff I've experienced is incredible. I've gotten to play some of my favorite games in VR like Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, Portal, and I've gotten to play them like I've never played them before. I've gotten to make some of my favorite videos ever and play with my friends in VR. So the real reason I'm making this video is I just wanted to talk about something I love. The first time I put on a VR headset, I fell in love with virtual reality. All it took was me cooking in Job Simulator, and I instantly fell in love. Virtual reality is an amazing experience. It's a way to experience new things, talk to new people, or just have fun. VR is amazing, and I hope you have enjoyed me talking about it. I had a really fun time streaming all these games and playing them all for this video. I mean, going in each world is a really fun experience, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Now, if there's one thing I do want in virtual reality is baby punting simulator. I mean, I could do it in real life, but I get in trouble for that, so I just want to see it happen. So as I was editing this video, I was looking up images for this, and instead I just decided to put this video here. But I found this. It's a real thing. Baby Punt VR. Just watch. It's a real thing. Someone decided to make it. This is insane. I'm in shock that I actually found that this is a real thing. Why?